Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have a fun and creative craft for you. And I'll tell you what got me started or how I come up with this. If you watched my laundry room makeover, you will see that in my laundry room, we made a ladder to hang from the ceiling to hang the laundry that I didn't want to put in the dryer. And we made it out of Dollar Tree plungers. The wood handles, we made the rungs out of that. And so I had all of these left over. I had a total of 5. So I really didn't think much about it. I just stuck them in my closet. I said, I don't know, we may need them for something. And I had a lady comment. She said, I can't wait to see what you do with the rest of the plungers. And I was like, what? Then that got the wheels a turning. So I thought about it for a few days, and I think I was taking a shower and it hit me. And I was like, I'm gonna try it. So I come in my little room in here, or James's room that I've kind of like overtaken, and I put one together to see if it would work, and the first was a fail. I realized then I had to change the way I was putting it together, how I was gluing it together and everything. And then it worked because I wanted to try it out to see if it worked, and then if it did work and if it was cute, then I knew I would film a video and show y'all. So here we are, filming this video, showing y'all what I made out of plungers. So if that sounds like something that might intrigue you, just stick around and see what we do. Okay, for this part, because I'm making a taller one, I had to go and cut the bottom of this plunger off. And it was not hard to do. It just took a little bit of muscle. You may want to get your husband to do it. But I literally just took a kitchen knife, kind of set it on this was inside my sink and this was sitting on the edge of my sink, and then I just would cut, turn it, cut, turn it, cut, turn it, and it cut off very easily like that. If you have a XOXO knife, that would probably work. I was just impatient. Just grab a kitchen knife and just be very, very careful not to cut yourself, but that's what I had to do to this particular one. Reason, I don't know if there are different depths to these, or if the plunger, this is different, but for whatever reason, this one sit down in there fine and I didn't have to cut it. So just check it before you, if you're gonna try this, just check it before you do, because yeah, I didn't have to cut this one, but I am gonna put something on top of it. And don't worry about all this because we're gonna paint it. You're not gonna see it. You might be wondering why I'm not using hot glue with my E6000 for a more like fast hold. And on the original one, I tried it. But for whatever reason, the hot glue wouldn't stick to the plungers. So I did it with the E6000 and the hot glue. I let it set up overnight and come back the next day and it just come right apart. So I don't think that I had my E6000 on it in the right spot because I don't know. This is why I played with it before I'm filming it. And so the hot glue did not hold it at all, and I had even went around it. So I just learned that I can just do the E6000, have a little bit of patience, a little bit, give it time to set up, and then you can do whatever you want with this project. So, yeah, so I think this is a good hole. Once these set up really well, then we're gonna do some paint techniques, and I'm gonna show you a couple different ways that you can style them. So, be back soon. Okay, so it has been several hours, and I am going to show you the few that I have made and the styles, and then we're going to customize. This one I did, this is actually where the candle would go. This is the bottom of it, and I made it like this for this style. Then on this one I did it right side up. And then this one, I did the 2 candle holders on top of each other and put this on the bottom. And now we have 3 different sizes. If you wanted to make a trio, you would have 3 different sizes and styles. So now the fun begins, and this is all a personal preference. So this was the very first one that I did. This is what we have. Okay. 2 things I just learned. Well, one I already knew, I have no patience. But the 2 that I had stacked on top with my E6000, I tried to get it ahead of the game and rush it, and well, it fell apart. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to re-glue it, with my E6000, and just leave it alone until tomorrow. Don't try to rush it. So that's what I've done. And now I'm going to set it to the side. There's a reason there's drying times, and yes, Donna, they do apply to your project. Okay. So here are my 3 plungers that I have. This, I finally let it sit overnight, and it has a good seal on it. This one was kind of wobbly, but it has a good seal on it. I also touched it up with some glue, and this one has a good seal on it. So if you're going to use the E6000, let it sit up overnight. Okay, so now I have painted this one a brown. I'm going to do some distressing on it. And if you'll notice that I've made this one upside down versus this one for a different look, just to show you some options, and then this on top of each other. So I'm just gonna paint them and distress them, and then I'm gonna show you some different ways that you can style them. The painting and distressing will be completely up to you. I'm not necessarily gonna film that, because I really don't know what I'm gonna do. But once I get them done, they get dried, then I'm gonna style them and show you some different options in the way that you can use them. I wasn't really gonna show how I paint this, but I do wanna show you, I use paper towels and I give it a base coat. Then I did this technique with some white all over it. I mean, you don't have to cover the black, okay? Then, I dipped into some gray, and I'm gonna do the same thing up here. But before I do that, I'm gonna flip it over because I still have to do my inside. So, and I'm just, yeah, I smear, I tap, smear, tap, smear, tap. Okay, as you can see the inside, I haven't done anything, so I'm gonna have to go into it with my white or ivory. It's like actually an ivory color. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just wanna cover up most of the black because now I'm gonna, once I do that, I'm gonna go in there, and after I get the black mostly covered with the white and the gray. Yeah, I'm literally just this tapping. See? It's a mess. It looks like a mess. And it is a mess, but it's a creative mess. Then I'm gonna go in here with my gray, and I'm gonna tap. And my deal is, I don't know, I really don't know what this would be called or what the look is. I'm wanting it to look somewhat galvanized, but at the same time, if it doesn't, I'm okay with that too. It can just look like an old vase. If you went a little too heavy in some spots, you could always pull out your gray or your black. What I did try to do is I do want to get like in these areas where it's not so obvious that it's glue, but I have a fix for that too, so this doesn't work. Okay, so now that I have used all my gray on that, or as much gray as I want on that, so now I'm going to go into this this color right here. I don't even know what the name of it is. Let's see, it's this, and it doesn't even have a color. Oh yeah, bark brown. Bark brown. My mother gave this to me. So I'm gonna take, and if you feel that you have too much, it's okay because you can go back over it with your gray or whatever, but I'm just gonna and what I'm trying to do is mimic like rust. Just old. There's really no rhyme or reason. Lord knows there's plenty of people on YouTube that do better paint projects than I do. This is just what I do. painting on these plungers. I don't know about, because I'm not really using chalk paint. I'm just using some acrylic paint. It does take them a little while to dry. So you could use hair dryer. Possibly chalk paint wouldn't do this, but I didn't have chalk paint in some of these colors. Depending on how you're going to use this, you might not even need to paint the complete inside. So on this one, I just did not like the way this looked, and I didn't like the way it looked at the top. So I am literally just putting some jute string around this. I've hot glued it around, and now I'm at a stopping point, and I'm just gonna add some more hot glue and then just cut it off, because I don't know, it just did not look right to me, and I just didn't like the way it looks, so I just added some jute. And what I'll do is take my little glue gun. And to me, that looks better. Like that. It looks better with it down here too. I'm gonna have to glue that a little bit up there, but I haven't fixed that. And that's another take on it. So for this one, I've done navy blue because my daughter is going to be incorporating navy blue in some of her fall decor. And I think navy is really going to be a very popular color this year. So I'm just kind of like dry brushing some gray onto the navy. Not to cover it, but just kind of give it a little bit of a something extra. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the outside. I'm just tapping off. I have a little paper towel here. I'm just tapping off the excess. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'll do the same thing on the inside. Can you believe we made all those cute little things with plungers? I'm just like, really? You really can't make something out of anything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If nothing else, give it a thumbs up for my attempt to be creative and not waste. And if you haven't hit that little red subscribe button, please do. I upload every Wednesday for sure, but I have been throwing in vlogs here and there since I've had some downtime. I have been pretty much posting a video every day. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please hit that subscribe button. If you're not interested in the vlogs, if you don't like that kind of thing, my Wednesday videos are my regular DIYs, decorating, all that. That's still the same, but I throw the vlogs in because so many of y'all seem to really enjoy those. So with all that being said, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.